May, happy 42nd birthday. How does being one step closer to becoming an old woman feel? Oh, I mean, you're already an old lady, aren't you? Sorry.
Shut up. I'm working.
You're so cold. Poor old hag, over 40, single, abandoned by her parents. I felt sorry if no one wished you a happy birthday. After all, I am your lovely sister.
Oh, I see. Thanks. I've got an important business meeting, so I'm going to turn off my phone.
Huh? How can you ignore me, your cute little sister?
Unlike you, I'm working. You graduated from college. It's time for you to get a job instead of living off your parents' money.
Huh? Who do you think you are to tell me what to do, you old hag? Oh, I get it. You're an unattractive 42-year-old. You're jealous of me, a cute 22-year-old, right?
Huh?
Our parents remarried and you have a sister who is 20 years younger than you. And she's super pretty and super smart. We are so different. My parents loved me and paid for my college tuition. And they said I don't have to get a job after graduation. You were kicked out of the house before you graduated from college. You were living a miserable life, working part-time to pay for my tuition and living expenses. If you had such a pretty face, you could have been married quickly. But you are too ugly. I can't believe you are still single. I feel so sorry for you.
It was a hard time at the time to be kicked out of my parents' house. But now I'm glad I did. I learned what's right, instead of being influenced by insane family members.
You poor loser. I can understand why you're jealous. But that's so sad.
By the way, I'm getting married.
What? You're kidding, right?
I'm not.
What? Getting married at 42? Who are you marrying to? It must be a marriage scam. Are you okay?
He is a good person. You don't need to worry about me. Also, I'm not going to invite you guys to the wedding.
Why not? I want to go. I'm sure the guy you are marrying will be some ugly old man. I'll have a good laugh with Mom and Dad.
That's why I'm not inviting you guys. They kicked out and disowned me. After I'm married, I'm going to be a complete stranger to them.
That's not cool.
I don't want to hear from you anymore. I've got a business meeting. Bye.
This is really impossible. A 42-year-old hag marrying a 30-year-old company president? He's young, powerful, and famous. How in the world did you seduce him? You must be after his money. Hey, answer me. Well, okay. If you're going to ignore me, I'm going to have to show you the real world. Your fiancé is sleeping with me right now. I'm sorry I took him away. I'm sorry if you were trying to make a fortune. You must be frustrated, aren't you? You shouldn't have ignored me. A good, handsome young man should be mine. Our wedding is going to be in a month. Of course, I won't invite you, sister. He said he would dump you and never contact you again. You should stay single for the rest of your life. I'm so sorry. Bye.
Our wedding is next week. I'm nervous, but I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. You don't seem fine. What's wrong? Marriage blues? Or is there something else worrying you? Yeah. Look, don't get mad at me, but I need to ask. You're not cheating on me, are you? Huh? Wait, you're accusing me of cheating on you? I'm about to become your husband over the objections of my family. Why would I cheat on you now? I'm sorry I doubted you. But there's something that has been bothering me. What is it? I told you about my sister before, right? Yes, you did. Your lousy sister who kicked you out of the house? That sister contacted me to tell me that she took my fiancé. I know it's not possible, but I'm worried. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You don't have to apologize. But what does she mean? I'm not cheating on you with anyone. I've never met your sister. I'm too busy with work these days to have an affair. You know that, right? Yeah. Where are you now? At work. You're not with my sister, are you? Of course not. If you're worried, let's do a video call. You would feel better if you could see my office, right? Yes, I do. Yep, that's your office. I'm sorry I doubted you. I'm glad you've been cleared of your suspicions. But then, who is my sister talking about? He's a 30-something CEO, young, successful, famous. And he seems to know about me. I only told my sister I was getting married. I don't even know where she found him. Do you have any idea who he might be? Do you have any idea? There was this guy I met at a business seminar a long time ago who was close to my age. We didn't get along at all, but the other day he suddenly called me and told me he was getting married. It was a little weird. I'm sure you've met him before at some gathering. Is his wedding in a month? That's what he said. My sister said so too. So, is he the one your sister is talking about? It's so rude to confuse me with him. Is he a jerk? I don't really remember him. Sneaky, creepy kind of guy. He's more of a backhand guy than a company president. That kind of makes sense. What's he trying to do? I know. Why would he do that? Is he harassing me? Your sister might be, but the guy has no reason to harass us. That's creepy. Yeah, it is. Hey, you know what? Can I do some research on this? Huh? You? I mean, you want your wedding without any worries. I'm curious too. I'll look into it. Thank you. See you soon.
Are you kidding me? You're seriously going to have a wedding even though you were dumped? Wow, you're so miserable. Are you crazy? I mean, they know the groom isn't there and they're just going through with the ceremony? How scary. Are you using a mannequin as your groom? That's even scarier.
Good morning. What have you been saying all this time? The groom is here with me and we're in the middle of getting ready for our wedding.
What? You're meeting up with a mannequin and getting ready? It's terrible when your delusion goes that far.
Delusion?
Your fiancé is with me right now.
What?
Oh no, I told you before. I saw your fiancé. Did you forget? Has the brain of a 42-year-old hag already started aging? Or maybe you're so sad that you've lost your mind. My poor sister.
I'm perfectly normal. You're the one saying crazy things.
I'm going to say this now. A 40-something hag trying to get married to a rich guy is so gross. He likes younger women.
Oh really? I see.
You have no choice but to cancel the wedding today. Aww. He says he's going to marry me. He is leaving you.
No, your relationship and my marriage have absolutely nothing to do with each other.
Huh? What a loser. A 42-year-old hag has no right to marry a young executive. That's why I took it away from you. I will be his wife. By the way, I just went to the city office and registered my marriage.
I see. That's what you were after.
If you understand, why didn't you call off the wedding? Your imaginary groom won't show up. It's really miserable. I'm the one having a wedding. Just admit the fact that you lost.
You know what? He's not the one.
What?
Or more accurately, he's not the president anymore.
Why?
I guess you didn't know. His company is going bankrupt.
Oh.
And of course, my fiancé is not the same person. My fiancé's company is doing well. You mistook my fiancé for someone completely different. He's playing you.
What? What the hell is going on? I don't understand.
I'll make it very simple and easy to understand. He wants you and your family to take over the debt from the bankruptcy.
What? What?
What made you think that he was my fiancé in the first place?
Because he told me himself. He said he was the president and your fiancé. But he was forced into it by an arranged marriage. And really wants to marry a younger, more beautiful, talented woman like me.
He made it all up.
What?
Actually, it's the opposite. I'm 10 years older than my fiancé, and at my age, it's hard to have kids. His parents are against marriage and try to break us up. But because he loves me, he overcame their objections and we got engaged. Then here we are, getting married.
What's that? So he was lying? Why did he call himself your fiancé?
Probably he was jealous of my fiancé.
Huh? What do you mean?
I heard they used to attend the same corporate seminar. Of their classmates, my fiancé was the most successful. On the other hand, your husband was the most unsuccessful. He started his own business, but the debts kept piling up and the company finally went bankrupt. That's when he heard about my husband's marriage. He tried to break us up by pretending that he was my husband. He tried to make it look like he was having an affair. To make it look like he was cheating on me.
What the?
We're not broken up after all, and we're about to get married. So the operation failed.
You're kidding. Then what am I? Was he just using me for a failed mission?
Don't worry, you're already worth something.
What? What do you mean?
I told you, he was just trying to get you to take on the debt. I'm sure he was surprised to find out that you were my sister. But when he found out who you were, he changed his plan. He decided to go with a more pragmatic and meaningful strategy. I mean, our family is kind of wealthy. So he decided to marry you.
You're lying.
You'll have to ask him. I'm pretty sure it's true. My fiancé used his contacts to find out. Your husband is not a careful man. He would talk about his plan over drinks or something.
So I'm being used by him all the time? I'm in debt? I can't even be the wife of the president?
That's right. Well, you tried to steal my fiancé just to harass me. You know, I think you two mean people are perfect for each other, don't you?
I don't like that. You're a 42-year-old hag. I can't allow you to be the president's wife. It's not fair. Give him to me. Bride change.
Well, absolutely not.
Now's the time to say something like that. I bet he'll fall for me when he sees how young and pretty I am. I'll take your husband away from you any day now.
So, do you want to come?
Of course I'll come. Where's the wedding?
Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Yes, Hawaii.
Are you having your wedding in Hawaii?
Yes. Well, it was nice talking to you. I'm going to have to leave now.
What's that? You're an old hag and getting married in Hawaii? I just learned my husband was not a president anymore. I'm married to a dull old man with debts. That's too unfair.
After the wedding, we left for our honeymoon. We returned to LA 2 weeks later. In the meantime, my sister was in a lot of trouble. First of all, she tried to cancel the marriage, claiming that her husband had cheated on her. Her husband refused it, and she had no choice but to start living with him as newlyweds. After that, I heard that they both asked my parents for money. The debt from the company's bankruptcy still could not be paid off. He also made my father borrow money from somewhere. My father was so overprotective of my sister, but that's way too much in my opinion. Later, he had reached the end of his patience. My parents disowned my sister and her husband. Her husband has no job now. My sister, who was hoping to become a rich wife, had to earn money. She could not work in a normal company because she lacked common sense. She is still looking for a job with her husband.
Seriously, Tegan? Again? How many false accusations are you going to file against me to HR? It's getting pretty pathetic.
What do you mean false? They're all entirely true, and I'll file as many as I need to in order to get rid of you.
Stop lying already. Everybody knows that there's absolutely no substance to your claims at all. I don't bully you nor anyone else in the workplace. It's completely ridiculous.
No, what's ridiculous is the fact that management still hasn't fired you yet. In fact, it's even more ridiculous that you're still up for the same promotion as I am. We both know that I'm the better choice for the job. I would make a much better manager than you. I mean, I bet the only reason you're even being considered for the position is because you slept with Joel.
Wow, that's a bold accusation coming from you.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you were the one trying to flirt with the CEO, Mr. Adams, at the Christmas party, were you not? And right in front of his wife, too. How classy. Oh, and just for the record, I haven't slept with anyone. I'm able to progress in my career based on my merit and work, unlike some people.
Are you insinuating that I'm the one who would have to seduce Joel in order to get a promotion?
Well, if the thigh-high boot fit.
Ugh, you are so infuriating. The sooner you're fired, the better.
Look, that's never going to happen, okay? So why don't you just stop being so horrible and actually try to be nice for a change? It might actually help you in your job.
Ha! Nice try, but I'm not going to fall for your obvious trick.
What trick? I'm literally just giving you some advice to be a decent human being.
No, you're trying to get me to let down my guard so that you can swoop in and steal that managerial position. It's so ridiculous a plan, though, that even a toddler could see through it.
You seriously need some help. Look, just stop putting false claims to HR, okay? All it's doing is wasting everybody's time.
No, and you can't make me stop either. I'm going to get that promotion no matter what.
Are you that petty that you'd make up horrible lies about me and my work ethic to get me fired? Just to get a promotion?
You see, it's exactly that naive attitude that shows just how stupid you really are. This promotion means a higher wage, a better office, and most importantly, the chance to progress further in the company. Only a moron would pass up an opportunity like this, and I plan to take advantage of your stupidity every chance I get.
I suggest you stop your lying now, before something you really don't like happens.
Is that a threat?
No, it's just an observation of what will happen if you keep up your horrid behavior.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Whatever. Hi, Joel.
I'm sorry, I don't seem to have this number saved in my phone. Who is this?
It's Tegan from work. I got your number off of one of my coworkers. I hope that's all right. I don't want to impose or anything, but there was something that I really needed to discuss with you.
I see. Okay then, what seems to be the problem, Tegan?
It's about one of my coworkers, Brooke.
Brooke? What about her?
Well, ever since we found out about the new managerial job opening up, and the fact that we were both up for it, she's been acting slightly horrible.
What do you mean?
I hate to tattle on a coworker, but she has been bullying me nonstop over this new job opportunity.
Bullying you?
Yeah, she's been saying that she's going to get me fired so that she can get the job for sure, regardless of whether it leaves me with a job or not. I've been to HR multiple times, but they simply aren't bothered. Because she's friends with HR, they don't want to fire their friend, which means nothing has changed at all. I'm sorry to come to you over something so trivial, but I didn't know what else to do.
It's quite alright, I'll see to it that this matter is sorted.
Thank you so much.
Oh my god, Tegan, I can't believe you went directly to Joel with your lies. Do you know how messed up that is? He wants to have a conversation with me about.
LOL, looks like your 9 lives are up. Time to pack your bag and get going. That promotion is as good as mine.
Believe me, this isn't over.
Hey Brooke, what's this I hear about you bullying people? I hope not. You might be my little sister, but I won't be able to save you from being fired if you've been bullying people in the workplace.
Joel, I promise you it's not what it sounds like. I haven't, I swear. Tegan is being crazy. She's making up all of these lies about me bullying her just so I'll get fired. She thinks if I'm out of the way, then she'll get the new job for certain. She's gone to HR so many times that it's ridiculous. They know she's lying, but they have to follow procedure and investigate anyway, which wastes their time and mine. You know I don't have to lie or bully my way into a job. I'm smart enough and talented enough to get one from my previous work alone.
I'm sorry, Brooke, but how can I be sure these claims are false like you say they are? Have you got any evidence?
Are you kidding me, Joel? I'm your sister. I wouldn't lie to you about this. But fine. If you want proof, then I've got some for you. I've just emailed it to you.
What is this?
Well, I got fed up with her lying, so the other day I made sure to record myself all day long so that I could prove that I hadn't been bullying her. And, surprise, surprise, I actually caught her bullying me instead.
Oh, wow, she's really being horrible to you, isn't she?
That's what I've had to put up with for the last few months. It's been driving me insane. All the name calling, harassment, and undermining she's done. And it's not just me she's bullying. All of the women in the office feel the same way. They've all been harassed by Tegan.
Just the women? What about the men?
Ha! Tegan doesn't bully them, but she does harass them all with her flirting. She's even made inappropriate comments to them and tried to hit on married men too.
Jeez. She's just a walking HR disaster, isn't she?
You're right about that.
Well, you don't need to worry anymore. I'll deal with the situation ASAP. We don't want anything coming back to the company simply because of one bad employee.
What will you do?
Well, I probably shouldn't say anything, considering I'm your boss, but I'll fire her and make sure that any prospective future employers know full well what kind of person she is.
It sounds kind of harsh, but I suppose it might be a necessary thing to do, to make sure she doesn't treat anyone else so awfully. You know, sometimes you're a pretty alright big brother.
Pretty alright? I'm the best big brother, and you know it.
Yeah.
Brooke, what have you done? Why have you done this to me?
Done what?
You know exactly what I'm on about. I've just gotten an email saying that my employment has been terminated. They say that I've breached a number of harassment rules like bullying and unwanted flirting, and I know you're the one who tattled to them. So you better fix this right now.
Yeah, you're right. I did tell Joe what you have been doing, but I only did it after you tried to go behind my back to him and get me fired. Not to mention that it is long overdue that you face the consequences for your actions. Treating people the way you have is despicable, and my brother thinks so too.
Your brother? What's that got to do with anything?
Oh, don't you know? Joel is my brother.
What?
Yeah. So when you tried to lie to him about me, he messaged me to get my side of the story.
I see now. So he's siding with you simply because you're his family. I'll be sure to let my lawyers know that.
No, actually. He was prepared to fire me if what you said was true. Just because I'm his sister doesn't mean that I get special treatment. Luckily, I recorded you one day, when you decided to come and bully me again, which is more than enough evidence of what you have been doing. Not to mention, all of our coworkers would back me up too. Face it, your horrible and mean-spirited behavior has gotten you fired. It's nobody else's fault but yours.
But I need this job. I was going to be promoted to the new manager's position. I've already spent a load of money on new clothes and shoes and things, thinking that I would have a boosted wage. You can't just let them fire me, please. Can't you speak to your brother for me? Get him to keep me on?
Why would I do that when you've been so vile? Not just to me, but to everyone else we work with.
Well,
The fact of the matter is, you've messed up, and now you need to face the consequences, whether you like it or not.
Ugh, you are such a witch.
Yes, well, you and your opinions are no longer relevant. Goodbye, Tegan. I hope you learn from your mistakes and improve your attitude in life.
I swear, I'll get you back. Just you wait.
Is that a threat? As I'm sure the police would be interested in it if it was.
What? No, I just...
You should probably work on that nasty attitude of yours if you're hoping to get a new job anytime soon. Anyway, I'm busy, so I'm going. Goodbye, Tegan. Tegan was fired from the company the very next day for her awful conduct. Once she had gone, everyone in the office was much happier, including myself. There were no more baseless claims of bullying, and people were much more relaxed. I even got the managerial promotion. Tegan left the company and tried to get a job at some other businesses, but because of her poor attitude and contempt for other workers, she had no luck in getting hired. She was forced to get a minimum wage job at her local grocery store as a night packer, as the managers refused to give her a customer-facing role. Perhaps one day, Tegan will improve her attitude, but until then, she'll be living with the consequences of every bad decision she makes.